Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are checking out my channel for the first time and you're interested in modeling, I highly suggest that you guys consider subscribing because I make weekly videos where I give you guys some of the best tips on how you can become a model. So usually when people think about modeling, everyone tends to think about the high fashion models. They're really tall, they're skinny, good looking. These are your runway models, these are your editorial models. But there are so many other categories of modeling that are left unexplored. So in this video, I want to give you guys 13 main categories of modeling. Alright guys, so before I get into this video, I'm doing an awesome giveaway, which I'm going to announce the winners in my next video. There are going to be two winners from this video. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to flash a promo code somewhere in this video. So I encourage you guys to watch it all the way through. Once you see that promo code, shoot me a message on my Instagram account and you're going to be entered to win something really awesome, which I don't want to reveal just yet. Alright guys, so you guys probably guessed the first category. The first category are your high fashion models. Now your high fashion models, these models have very strict requirements. If you're a female, you have to be between 5'9" to 5'11". If you're a guy, you have to be between 5'11" to about 6'3". You must have striking features and a very edgy look. Obviously you have to be attractive, high cheekbones, all of that. And even if you have all these features, it's very subjective. Some agencies might still reject you and some agencies might think you're the best next thing since Naomi Campbell. Now under high fashion models, there are two categories. You have your runway models, which you see on the runway for, high fashion designers, and you have your editorial models. These are models that model in magazines such as Vogue. So the high fashion models, they usually make the most money in the industry, and the models that really succeed in this category, these are the ones that go on to become supermodels because they model for top designers, big fashion houses, and big brands. Alright, so the next category of modeling is your commercial print modeling. And unlike the high fashion models, commercial print models have a longer career span. So just to give you guys an example, your high fashion models, they usually start their careers in their teenage years, and then their careers sort of end around their mid to late 20s. For commercial print modeling, you can start as early as your teenage years and go all the way to you're about 60 plus. So it really depends on how much work you're getting and what kind of agency you're with. And how diverse your look is. You can really get a lot of work under commercial prints. Now under commercial prints, there's a subcategory called lifestyle models. Lifestyle models, these are your models that look like everyday people. They look very approachable, obviously attractive. The requirements to being a lifestyle model is a little bit more lenient than some of the other categories. But one thing that's important is that you have to photograph like you're tall. So for example, I've seen those who are a little bit on the shorter side photograph like they were taller than they actually are. And I've seen vice versa, like I've seen models that were tall photograph like they're short. So you have to know what your angles are and how to work those angles to make yourself look taller in pictures. The next category is fitness modeling. Now fitness modeling is kind of self-explanatory. To be a fitness model, obviously you have to be fit. Your body fat percentage has to be really low. Muscle mass has to be ridiculous. I mean, you have to be sculpted down to a T. Because this is a very competitive field as a model. There's so many fit models, and because there's no height requirement necessary for a fit model, it's pretty much fair game to anyone who's a gym rat. So as a fit model, obviously you have to stay in the gym. You have to keep your body sculpted. Drink a lot of water, and also make sure you're not taking in too much sodium so your muscles can look really toned and defined. This is a huge category. There's opportunities to do wellness, fitness related products, sports, athletic wears, and brands like that. So there's so many things that you can do under fitness modeling. The next type of modeling is your plus size modeling. Now the plus size modeling is a category that's dominated mainly by female models, but there's also opportunities for men in the plus size industry as well. There's a lot of clothing brands that make clothes for plus size people, and obviously they need models for their campaign shoots. So this is a category that's growing, especially as we become more accepted in society. You're seeing more and more brands incorporate plus size models into their campaigns. The next type of modeling is catalog modeling. Now, catalog models, they don't necessarily make a lot of money, And this is sort of like something that models do on their downtime or when they're not as busy. Because again, it's not a very lucrative category of modeling. So you see other models in different categories coming down to do catalog modeling. So for example, I've done some catalog modeling, and let me tell you, it was not fun at all. You go into a studio shoot and you're shooting for anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day. You're changing, trying on clothes, changing, trying on clothes. And the thing is that you don't really get to pose because, you know, the focus is on the clothes, not really on the model. So this is not something that you can add to your portfolio book. The next type of models is called promo models, or you can call them trade show models. Now, these are models that you see at live events. They're very commercial, they have a commercial look, they're very friendly and approachable. They're knowledgeable about the product or service that they're selling, and usually there's some kind of training that goes on before the model is put out there in front of the customers. So promo models, you know, you've seen them at, for example, Abercrombie & Fitch. They have a lot of live events where they have models stand in front of their store. I'm not sure if they still do this anymore, but they used to have models stand in front of their store and greet customers. This is promo modeling. It doesn't pay as much, but it's fun and you get to interact with real people. The next type of modeling is swimsuit modeling. Now, swimsuit modeling, this is a category that's dominated by women again. To be a swimsuit model, usually you find a lot of petite models doing swimsuit modeling as well. To be a swimsuit model, you need to have a body that looks great in a swimsuit, obviously. Now, the thing about these different categories of modeling is that you have to pursue agencies that represent this category. So for example, if you're a plus size model or a fitness model, don't go into a high fashion agency expecting to get represented, because you're only going to waste your time, you're going to waste their time. Make sure you're looking for agencies that represent the specific category that you're interested in, and then apply. Now, your next category of modeling is fit modeling. Fit modeling is different from fitness modeling. When you're a fit model, you're basically a mannequin. What you do is that you go visit a designer at their shop, and then you stand still while the designer is constructing their garment on you. Sometimes you're standing there for long hours getting poked by safety pins and needles. It is not fun.
Very still. I'm working right now. This... Ouch! Oh, I'm sorry. Did my pen get in the way of your ass?
I've done fit modeling and it doesn't pay as much, but then again, this is another job where models from different categories come to do fit modeling when they have some downtime. So fit modeling is actually great for networking because you're in front of the designer, you can show the designer your personality, and usually they tend to use you for other stuff like their runway shoots. So if you're a fit model, use this as a great opportunity to network. The next category of modeling is mature modeling. Now, mature modeling, these are your older models, usually from 40 and above. These models are seasoned, they're veterans, they've probably done modeling in other categories, and now that they're a little bit older, they're now doing mature modeling. So again, if you want to do mature modeling, there are tons of agencies that represent mature models. Mature models get to do beauty products, anti-aging products, lifestyle products, you name it. The work is endless for mature models. So the next category of modeling is your body parts models. So you guys have probably watched Zoolander, and if you haven't, you have to go watch that movie. It's hilarious. So your body part models, these are models that have a body parts that is outstanding. For example, you have hand models who don't even have to look like a model. You don't have to be in shape. You don't have to have a good looking face whatsoever. But as long as your hand is in pristine condition and you have the perfect, the perfect hands, then you can actually become a hand model and get a lot of work.
So how'd you manage to escape?
So I'm a hand model, Mama. A finger jockey. We don't think the same way as the face and body boys do. We're a different breed.
And this applies for your legs as well, for your arms, your chest, your abs. So if you have a body part that's outstanding, you might want to explore body parts modeling. So keep in mind that your high fashion models and your commercial print models, these are the models that make the most money in the industry. You can also make money in the other categories as well. And again, keep in mind, if you're interested in a particular category, make sure you go to an agency that represents that category, because most agencies are looking for high fashion models. So if you just walk into a high fashion modeling agency hoping to get represented for fit modeling or fitness modeling, you're most likely going to get rejected. So comment down below, guys. I want to know, what categories are you guys interested in? Was there any category that I mentioned that kind of struck a bell with you guys? Let me know. Drop a comment down below if you have more questions. Another thing that I wanted to mention in this video is that you guys should always beware of scams. There's so many scams out there, especially in the modeling industry, because they know that you guys want to be models and you're not quite sure how it works. So I've seen people asking you to pay to join an agency, or to pay to be introduced to somebody. Just know that these are scams. You should never have to pay to join an agency. The agency works for you and they only get paid when they find you a job.